Hi friends, fourth graders, Miss Cross is here to lead you through science for today. And this week we have been working on a new topic of ecosystems and organisms in ecosystems. And we have been working on the learning targets of obtaining, evaluating, and communicating information about the roles of organisms and the flow of energy in ecosystems. And I told you the last couple days that we are going to be working towards our learning goal of developing a model that shows the roles of producers, consumers, and decomposers in an ecosystem. So we are almost ready to develop that model. So today's lesson is actually going to be a 2-day project. It's not really a real project, but it's going to take us 2 days to really get this done. And tomorrow we're going to take everything that we learned today and we're going to develop our first models of ecosystems. So today you are going to read an article. Now this is a kind of a big article. It is on the computer, and I want to be sure that when you click on it you realize that there are multiple sections. So you see one page and it's going to say next section. You've got to be sure you click through to all of the different sections. Now your teacher might choose to do this in different ways. So be sure you listen to your teacher's specific instructions on how this is going to look for your class. You could have to read the whole thing independently and take notes, or you could be broken into groups and read a section with some partners and take notes on that section. Your teacher might read parts of it with you. It really just depends on your class and your teacher as to how that is going to look. But the article you're going to be reading is called Fallen Tree Ecosystem. It's going to tell you all kinds of really interesting information about an ecosystem. And you are going to have a graphic organizer that looks like this. Okay? Now, you can download this and type into it. You can print it out and write on it. I even did a version, if I can find it really quickly. Oh, it's hiding from me in the middle of my journal somewhere. But I even drew one out on paper just as a model for someone who didn't have a printer. Oh, there it is. I found it. So I even drew one out in my journal, and I just took that information that was typed and wrote it out on paper. I like writing things down. That helps me to remember them. Some people like typing, but I just wanted to show you two different versions. But you're going to need one of those versions as you go through the article, okay? So as you're reading or listening, you can even listen to this article on the computer, you're going to use the skills we've been using in reading and writing today in science, and that is stopping and jotting. So your graphic organizer is broken down into 3 sections. The first one, and there's a blank here that hopefully you're going to be able to fill in as you read. But these organisms are organisms that get their energy from the sun. So what type of organisms are those? The name is going to go here. And then any examples of those types of organisms that do get their energy from the sun, you're going to write notes about them here. Then down here in the middle section, we have organisms that get their energy from eating other organisms. So hopefully you'll be able to fill in that blank of what these types of organisms are called. And as you read or listen to the article, you're going to make notes here about those types of organisms that eat other organisms. All right, and finally, down here on the bottom, you have a section that says organisms that get their energy from breaking down dead organisms or waste material and turning those things into nutrients. So you're going to title this type of organisms, what are they called, and take notes from the text as you read. So this is some research that you're doing today. As you read this article or listen to this article, you're going to be gathering information about these 3 types of organisms. Now I'll give you a hint. The 3 types of organisms are consumer, decomposer, and producer. So you're going to have to decide which label goes with each section of your graphic organizer. Now it's very important that you take really good notes as you read or listen to the article, because all of this information that you're going to be filling up your graphic organizer with is what you're going to use tomorrow to develop your model, to draw a model. So you're going to take all of this information and be able to draw a model tomorrow. So if you get to model time tomorrow and you don't have much information, you're going to have a hard time doing your model. So be sure you work really hard on that graphic organizer. If you need any help, be sure to reach out to your teacher so that they can help you. Another hint I wanted to be sure to tell you is in the article, don't skip over pictures and captions, because pictures and captions are two text features that give us really important information. So we don't want to skip anything in the text. Now, on the other hand, we don't want to just look at pictures and captions and skip the text. We want to be sure we read everything that is on the pages. So after you have your reading time today, you're going to come back together with your teacher and share some of your notes that you took on your graphic organizer. Your teacher might take notes that they're going to share with you, and then we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to use everything we learned today to start creating our models. Okay? So, happy reading, happy researching, happy note-taking, and we will see you tomorrow when we start to make our first models. Have a great day, friends. Bye-bye.